Namaste. Hello everyone and welcome to Zoom Yoga number 32. As always, we'll start with the opening quote. It's a very simple one. Despite what you're going through, the quote is, stay patient and trust your journey. Stay patient and trust your journey. Okay, we're going to start with Vedic salutation. So if you're sitting down, we'll stand up. Excuse me. So it's a very gentle class today. Only two postures that are relatively strenuous. So Vedic salutation, we've done this many times. So stand tall, nice and relaxed. The feet about hip width are slightly more apart. And the toes facing outwards. We're going to inhale as we open the hands, just the hands. Wait for your natural pause. Exhale, close. Inhale as we open the arms, gently lean back. Exhale, namaste. Inhale as we stretch up. Exhale down. Inhale, open arms again, gently lean back. Exhale, close. And then we finish with the hands, just the hands. Everything else is relaxed. Inhale, open hands. Wait for your natural pause. As always, remember that's said to be the seed of meditation. Exhale, close. So this is all we're going to continue. Open hands, open arms, stretch up, open arms, open hands. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. In your own time, remember. Inhale, open arms. Excuse me. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, raise up. Stretch up, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, open arms, gently lean back. Exhale, close. And again, you finish with the hands. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. So I'll just leave you with this for a few moments. Give you a bit of peace. So we'll do a few more rounds at your own pace. I'll talk you through this round and then I'll be quiet again for the second one. So just try and immerse yourself in the practice. It's such a gentle movement. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, namaste. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, close. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. So very soothing movement. You're cleansing the body with a slow, deep breath. So one more round. I'll do it in silence. And just without looking, bring the feet parallel. Try to sense that they're parallel. Of course, you'll always get a slight strain at the top of the hips when they're parallel, because it's unusual for them to be in a position of parallelness. If that's a word. Okay, we're going to do this balancing posture. We've done this many times. We come up on our toes, we tuck the thumbs in to the fists loosely. Pick a point directly ahead. If you're in a class environment, then it's obviously better if you try and focus on something that isn't moving, but you don't always have that option. And we're just going to simply come up on the toes. As we inhale, we'll release the thumbs, stretch the fingers, wait for your natural pause, and then down we come. No drama if you can't do it. No drama if you fall about. That's okay. This brings you into a state of balance. If you're out of it, the next time you lose your temper, try and do this. You won't manage it because you're not in balance. Inhale as we come up. Gently stretch out the fingers. Wait for your natural pause. And then exhale as you lower down. And you're trying to caress the ground with your heels. You're not coming down with a thump and a clatter. So inhale, up we come. Gently stretch the fingers, not aggressively. Everything else is loose, so you're not tightening up your shoulders. You're not pulling them up to your ears. You're not tensing everywhere. You're just trying to engage the muscles that are involved in this movement. Everything else remains relaxed. And then down we go. So just continue at your own pace. Inhale as we come up. Exhale down. Excuse me. Don't try too hard with this one, and it will come. So the book suggests 10, but do whatever you're comfortable with, 3, 5, 8, whatever feels right on any particular day, and every day it will be different. You don't have to rigidly stick to the same procedure every day. Remember, the only thing constant is change. And change doesn't come by the week or in a week. But of course, anytime you can change how you think about something, that can happen instantly, and the results will follow. This is the power of mantra. You can start saying a particular mantra and see what happens over the next period. If you want to add another level, well, we can touch our thumb to our first finger, sa, second finger, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. There's many meanings of sa, ta, na, ma, but the one that I like is truth is our identity. And you can interpret that in any way you wish. So we're going to inhale as we come up, touching the first finger, sa. Exhale as we go down, ta. Inhale as we touch the third finger, na. Exhale down, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. A mantra. And you can attach any meaning to this that you wish. Inhale up, touch the first finger, sa. Slowly caress the ground with the heels as you go down, ta, touch your second finger. Inhale, na, third finger. Exhale down, ma. Of course, you can start with this. You can dispense with the tucking the thumbs in, and you can go straight into this. Sa, ta, na, ma. There's always another level. Now, of course, supposedly we have about 40,000 thoughts a day. So I mentioned last week that how many of them are positive, how many of them are beneficial, how many of them instill good emotional feelings within you. Because every thought is a vibration and has the potential to lift you up or to drag you down. You know this. So an exercise like this, the next level fully occupies your mind. If you're fully concentrated on the posture of coming up, moving the thumbs, and we'll introduce alternate nostril breathing, then you cannot, it's virtually impossible to focus on any thoughts. You're not trying to stop the thoughts. You're just fully focused on the movement, the mantra, and the breath. And that's the classical definition of meditation. Fully concentrated on whatever you're doing. So we'll introduce alternate nostrils. So we come up. Remember, alternate nostril, you breathe in through the left nostril, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. Now, of course, you can use the fingers and close each nostril, but you can do it mentally as well. So we come up, we say sa, and we inhale through the left nostril, up, sa, and we touch the first finger. Exhale through the right as we say ta, and touch the second finger. Inhale through the right as you come up, na, as you touch the third finger. Exhale down through the left, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma, in left, out right, in right, out left, touching each finger. So there's a lot happening there. If you wish to just go back up and down with your thumbs, with your fingers opening and closing, or you can miss out the alternate nostril and just do sa, ta, na, ma with the fingers, or you can incorporate the three. Do whichever one works for you today. I'll just leave you for a few moments with that. Well, I'll talk you through the first one. Inhale as we come up through the left nostril, sa, touching the first finger. Ta, Out the right nostril, touching the second finger. Na, in the right, touching the third finger. Ma, as you go down, out through the left, touching the fourth finger. So again, I'll leave you with it, and I'll practice one round in silence. Just put on a simple mudra when you're finished, thumb to first finger, and just stand tall. And smile. The universal language of love, the smile. It's such a beautiful thing to see, but of course you get the first benefit of it. Truth is our identity. Happiness is our identity. Love is our identity. Purity is our identity. Calmness, clarity, balance. Okay, I believe it's knee exercises next. Yes. So again, we've done these before, nice and gentle. We're taking our feet together. I'll stand back a bit so you can see better. We're going to place our hands on our knees, and we're just going to circle clockwise. So we exhale as we go forward as slowly as you can. Inhale as you come back. Exhale forward. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Inhale as you come back. The slower the better. You may hear some snap, crackle and pop, but that's just the structures, the tendons, the ligaments clicking into position or moving, because perhaps you haven't moved the legs in this manner for a while. Also, you've got in the joints what's called synovial fluid. So sometimes with the compression and movement of the joint, it can pop the air bubbles in the synovial fluid. So when people hear themselves cracking and popping and whatnot, they can be alarmed, but often it's just a natural reaction. And as long as you're moving the body slowly and gently with the breath, with awareness, then it's less likely. It's less likely that you'll cause any harm. So we change anti-clockwise. Exhale forward, inhale up. And you can feel, and remember, everything else is relaxed. Your face is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. So you do as little or as many as you wish. Clockwise, then anti-clockwise. But you get the idea. Nice and easy. You can count if you wish, or you can just immerse yourself in the movement and awareness of the breath and stop when you feel like it. Right, we're separating the feet, but not too far that you can't take the knees in and they touch, and it acts as a safety valve. Because if you slip, you've got this lock. So we don't want to way out like this, because when you take your knees in, they won't touch, and if you slip, you risk damaging yourself. So far enough, so you've got this lock. And we're just going to take them in, down, and around. That's it. Exhale as you go down, around, and up. Nice and easy. Many people ask about the breath, when you inhale, when you exhale. Well, there's a general rule, but there are exceptions, of course. When you fold the body like an accordion, you exhale. When you open it up, you inhale. So here, as we go down, we're exhaling. As we come up and open up, we're inhaling. You can do it opposite if you want to apply pressure on internal organs once you fill up the lungs, like if you're lying in Shavasana. But exhale down, inhale up, and you'll feel now a little bit of lactic acid building up. So if that's enough for you, you stop and you have a break. You come up, get the breath in, smile, enjoy the process. And then we go back to it in the opposite direction. Instead of taking the knees in, we take the knees out. So we exhale as we go out, down, and up. Nice and slow. And I don't need to tell you where it's where you're feeling this. And you decide the depth of your squat. And you decide when your thigh muscles have had enough, when your knees and your ankles. But you don't do this quickly. You never do this one quickly. And you come up. Now, the last one is leaning against a wall. So you have to find a spot, if you can, if there is one available. I'm lucky I can just step back here. And you lean your back flat against the wall, as if you're sitting in a chair. You do not want your knees to be beyond your toes. So you don't want your heels close to the wall and you come down like this. So the knees are projected way beyond the toes. It doesn't matter how far you go down in your chair. It can be this, as little as this. Lean against the wall and just start to breathe. But with time, I'm off my mat now and the tiles are slippy, so be careful. With time, you want to have the thighs parallel and you're in a perfect chair. But remember and keep enough energy to get out. And then you're relaxing everything else. You're relaxing the shoulders, the face, everything's relaxed apart from the muscles involved in the practice. And we just start to breathe. This is a big lactic acid builder one. But remember, you don't have to be this deep. You can be up here, as little as this. But you have to keep the feet far enough from the wall that your knee is just on top of your ankle, as opposed to on top of the front of your toes, which will damage your knee. If I take my feet in like this and go down, this is very uncomfortable and it's exhausting and you will damage. So you have plenty of options. And remember and keep enough energy so you can get back out. Remember and keep enough class. It's never doing the posture or getting into the position. It's keeping enough energy to come out with a bit of class. Everything's relaxed. And when you're ready, you inhale and up you come. Alternatively, if that one isn't for you, you can miss that one out and do some simple squats. We'll do a couple just now. So feet slightly more than the hip width apart. You can test how comfortable it is. If you come in a bit and go down, again, it's the same problem. You're pulling under the kneecap, you're putting a different strain on your legs. So a reasonable width, check if it's comfortable. You're not coming forward with the back. And we're just going to do a simple couple squats. We inhale, exhale. Wait for your natural pause. Inhale as we come up, lift up, stretch up. And exhale down. Nice and slowly. Take a comfort breath. It's not a competition. We're not trying to win any gold medals. We're just trying to move the body in a relaxed manner with the breath and awareness. So you ease away tension and calm the mental nonsense, the weeds of worry that most of us have. So you're getting some spaces between your thoughts. So we inhale. Exhale down. Again, it can be here, anywhere. Wait for your natural pause, the seed of meditation. Inhale up. Stretch right up. Exhale down. We'll try once more. If you don't feel like doing it, just stand tall. Keep your back straight as possible. If you're having to go down low and lean forward, then you've gone too far. Inhale as we come up. Stretch up, lift up, elongate the body. Exhale down. Heel toe the feet together. Try and sense that the feet are parallel. Relax the shoulders. Smile. It's the most important thing. It's your time. You'll never get this time back, so you have to enjoy it. You can make more money, but you can never make more time. So you always have to be careful what you do with it. Your thoughts, the people you spend time with, what you do in your spare time. Be very careful when you make these decisions. Imagine someone has a thread and it's attached to the center of your head and it's gently lifting you up. Now gently pulling. It's almost imperceptible, the lift that you're getting, but it feels so relaxed, this standing tall and smiling. When I do this, I smile naturally because it feels so nice. So of course your face is relaxed, your neck is relaxed, your shoulders, your arms. Your torso is standing tall, but it's relaxed. Your legs are light. You know when you've got the position correct because it feels so nice. Okay, now we're going to go into a simple cat, not leg lifting, not balancing, not stretching out the arms, a simple cat. A lot of people find this one boring. Just my top. So your hands are under your shoulders. As I keep saying, if you have problems with your wrists or they're weak, you can take them a little bit further forward, which changes the angle and the pressure on your wrists. Make sure you get the knees hip width apart. If you take them in too narrow, it won't feel comfortable. And all we're going to do is we lift the chin as we inhale. We concave the back, vertebra by vertebra, and then lift the bottom at the end. You can take as many breaths to do this, but when you're ready to exhale, you tuck a chin under, slowly, 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 arch through the back, pull in the buttocks, pull the stomach back towards the spine. You keep this position. I'm lifting my head so I'm not roaring into the microphone. You keep this position and you always start with the head. Lift up the head slowly. Everything else remains the same. And then you start to concave the back. You can take a comfort breath in this position. Then you always start with the head first, keep the back concaved, and then as you move down the spine, that's when you start to change your position. Until you arch through, contract the gluteals, and pull the stomach back towards the spine. So just continue this at your own pace. The slower, the better. I know people find this one boring, but I find it lovely. And immerse yourself in the deep, cleansing breath. And the simplicity of the movement. Remember, it's never the number of postures you race through. It's a depth of peacefulness you get with each one. And you only get that by totally immersing yourself in the movement, the awareness, the breath. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Immersing myself in this present moment. I know it's a beautiful moment. Mantra. Man and Tra. Thought protection. One more after the one that you're on. And you're just easing out tensions in the spine. You're compressing and releasing the nerve endings. You're using very little energy to do this. So you're building up a store of oxygen with a deep breathing. So now we're going to take our right foot and place it in the outside of our right hand. And then your hands are flat on the ground and you've got this leverage. So you can decide if that's a comfortable stretch, or if you wish, you can move the foot a bit further forward, move the hands as well. And then you're in this position to go forward into a stretch. Now you have three options here. You can keep the hands flat, but if it's too much for the wrists, you can come up on your fists. Or alternatively, you can come up on your fingers and thumb, but you must keep the thumb directly under the thumb joint so it acts as a post. You don't spread the thumb out wide, you're more likely to damage it. So you're on 2 or 3 fingers with the thumb. And you'll see as you play about, you'll notice that when the hands are flat, for me anyway, it's a much stronger stretch. When I come up in the fists, it's a lot easier. When I come up on the fingers, it's easier still. So pick the experience you want to have today. I'm going to go back to the flat fingers and just ease into the forward position and start to work from there. And you're safe. Look, you're not going to slip, you're not going to damage anything. So it's up to you depending on how flexible you are. Inhale slowly and deeply, and as you exhale, you just soften and relax into it. You're not pushing, you're not bouncing, you're not trying to get anywhere. You're breathing slowly and deeply, and the body will release when it's ready to. With the help of the mantra, with the help of the breath, with the help of a smile. Now remember, it takes 6 seconds for things to start to help you, so you may feel the need to edge forward with the toes. If not, that's also okay, and then you re-engage. Inhale, come through and try and concave the back, and then soften into the lunge. Of course, at any time you can take the weight on the hands and just ease back a bit, and then get back into it. And of course, you can stay here long, and this is a lovely squeeze in the inguinal nodes as well in the groin. Lovely stretch for the back. But when you are ready to come out to it, you inhale slowly, slowly, and then you can come right back and give a stretch on the hamstring there. And then you take the weight on your hands and slowly come out of it. A quick athletic flip, and we're forward with our left foot. And we just repeat the same process. So we check, come forward with the weight on the hands, so you're protected. Now I'm a lot looser on this side, so I can take my toes a little bit further forward, move my hands a little, and then you can see the movement that I have. So I come forward, through and up. Now remember, you can be on your flat fingers, your fists, or your fingers upright with the thumb directly under the thumb joint, creating a post. Just relax into it. My body is rested. My mind is calm. My heart is at peace. My spirit soars. How can that not lift you? If your mind is still racing, you say any mantra. You say something that calms you, something that soothes you. Again, you can, if your wrists are getting uncomfortable, you move the hands forward, or you change up onto the fists. You can change the stretch. Me coming up onto the fists now, I go much further forward, and I can stretch further up. But you get the idea. So slowly come back, get a nice stretch in that hamstring. My hamstrings are very short with all the cycling, so it doesn't like this at all. So I don't push this one, I just very tight. That's okay. Release. We're back into the cat. And we're going to do downward facing dog. I hope my glasses don't fall off. So we tuck our toes under. Simple downward facing dog. As we push up, I hope I'm not roaring into this microphone. Now your heels may touch the ground or they may not. Again, these things don't matter. As long as you're comfortable in the position, you lift up through the arms, lift up through the hips, and soften down through the heels. Inhale as you push through the arms, lift up through the hips, and soften. Inhale, Stretch through those arms. Elongate the torso, lift up through the hips, and soften. If you want a stronger stretch on the calf muscles, then you bend the right knee a little, and that will stretch the left calf muscle, and vice versa. But be careful when you're doing this, you don't lose your stretch, and you let go of the stretch through the back and the bum. So you're still trying to keep everything in good form, and then you can play about stretching the calves. You can stay here as long as you wish if you want to strengthen the shoulders, the arms, and the back. But you get the idea. The release. We come down onto the knees. Now we're going to stretch through the fingers. I think I've got this next. So we're going to sit back on the heels. Stretch through the fingers. So we inhale. Walk through the fingers. And then soften down through the back. Inhale. So we're not lifting the buttocks, we're just inhaling, walking away with the fingers, and then we're sitting down on the heels, which lengthens the back, and you soften the arms. Again, this is a wonderful position to stretch the vertebra. You can take a breath up from the base of the spine, from your tailbone, visualize it coming right up the spine, and as you exhale, you soften and stretch. And when you've had enough of that, you inhale as you come up, back into the cat, and I believe we're going to do threading the needle. For some reason, I can't remember the sequence today because I change them so often to keep it interesting and varied. Today it's too varied for myself. Threading the needle, pose of the child. Threading the needle, pose of the child, and the perfected hair. Okay, so get your position. We've done this many times. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Make sure you've got your balance. And we're going to raise our right arm. Inhale as we raise the right arm, as we look to the right arm, and we just hold it. First point of resistance. Remember, it doesn't matter how far up it goes. I can put this away up and round like this, but I'm straining the shoulders. So I stop here. You wait, remember the 6 seconds, but just start to breathe slowly. Again, I've already swam this morning, so my muscles have been shortened. And there's a little shake in the arm, so it implies that it's a little bit tired. So now exhale, down you come, through. You can stop on the elbow, or you can come through, down onto the shoulder if you have the flexibility. Then we raise up the left hand, threading the needle. Again, it doesn't matter how far this comes up. If it's only there, if you have injuries or problems, you just get into the position that's comfortable and you start to relax into it without straining, without pushing. You're allowing. And once you've had enough breaths, inhale as you come up. Some people count the breaths and do exactly each side. I just stay in the position sometimes until I feel that the body's had enough, and then I do one more breath and come out, because each side is different, and then with time, parity will come. Inhale as we raise the left. And you'll notice I can raise this one much further than the other side. And there's a shake again. Exhale down. Through underneath, thread the needle. Remember, you can stop on the elbow if that's enough and raise the right arm. Or you can continue down and through. And up we come. You can rest your head on the ground looking straight ahead, or you can turn your neck around and look up. Whatever feels right for you in any particular day. And you come out, inhale as you push up. So we'll do this once more. So the inhale as we raise up. The right arm. Exhale as we come down and through. Inhale as we raise up with the left. Now you'll find this time you're much looser. Inhale as we come up and release. Inhale as we raise the left. Exhale down, thread. Inhale as we come up. Inhale as we push up, and then to finish, inhale as we raise the left. Exhale down. And up. Inhale as we come up. Once more on the right, I think. Down and through. And up we come. Threading the needle. Of course, if you feel you're out of balance and one side is stiffer than the other, then you do one more to the side that's the stiffest, and with time it will balance up. Pose of the child. Now we sit back on our heels. We're going to bend forward. Tuck our chin in, arms down the side of the body, pose of the child. And then we're going to raise up our seat. But first, pose of the child. Tuck the chin in as far as comfortable. If you have high blood pressure or any eye problems, you don't stay in this position for any length of time. And what you're trying to do here, I'm lifting my head so I don't scream into the microphone. You're trying to breathe in between the shoulder blades and stretch that area. And then as you exhale, you soften through the arms and totally let go. Tucking your chin in as far as possible, stretching your neck. So feel that the top of the back between the shoulder blades is expanding as you inhale. You can feel the muscles getting stretched. And as you exhale, soften and release. And make the arms limp. And tuck that chin in. And only if you want to, and you feel ready, you're slowly going to raise your seat and roll on to the back of your head. But if you feel uncomfortable doing this or a bit afraid, then you can take your hands and place them in line with your head, and that will guarantee a bit of support should you need it. To come out, you keep your chin tucked in firmly as you slowly raise, inhaling, keeping the chin tucked in, and you let the blood trickle back. So that's stretching the neck. It's given lovely oxygenated blood to the brain. And it really does stretch the neck. Years ago, my yoga teacher back in Aberdeen, he took a tape measure on a young girl who was practicing it before and after. And the extension of the neck was incredible. And you sit in Vajrasana on our heels. I'll just turn around. So if this position isn't for you, this sitting position, sit in a chair or lean against a wall, get comfortable. You can slip a cushion under the feet, or you can slip a cushion between your bottom and your ankles. There's many variations. You also get beautiful wooden stools to sit on, and you can tuck your legs under. But get a comfortable sitting position. And you just close your eyes, and we're just going to do a mantra. Mantra, Sanskrit word, it means thought protection. Man is thought and pra is protection. So I want you to think up something, anything, maybe you already have one, but think of something you want to change in your life. Think of something you want to improve upon. Or maybe a word that you have an association with that makes you feel good. It doesn't really matter the word. There are mantras in yogic tradition, bija mantras, they're called seed mantras, and they reverberate a certain part of the body. When I had my health challenges many years ago, I said one mantra for many years, 6, 7 years. I have 100% health and vitality. I have 100% health and vitality. And it took a long time to regain the health, but I didn't lose the faith. I kept saying it. This was my goal, this was my aim, and the health came. You've got to have faith. I'm not necessarily talking about religious faith. Faith is an oasis in the heart which cannot be reached by the caravan of thinking. That's Khalil Gibran. Anyway, left hand on top of right, touch your thumbs. That keeps electricity moving within the body as opposed to being dissipating away out the end of the fingers. That's the most basic level of a mudra. Sit tall. Even if you want to say sa, ta, na, ma, truth is my identity. Or you can give your own meaning to sa, ta, na, ma, and it will slowly immerse in you. Sit tall. Just start to mentally repeat your mantra. Remember the beauty of this, we have lots of moments waiting in a supermarket queue, on the bus, driving the car, in the toilet, maybe cooking food. waiting at the dentist, waiting at the doctor's. There's many moments where you can sit, say a mantra. It becomes part of who and what you are. And change does happen. Don't take my word for it. Right, we're going to do the Karen breath. So if you're uncomfortable, you can come out of this position. Find another comfortable sitting position. The Karen breath. So we've done this before as well. It's very simple, but very powerful. So we're just going to raise our right arm. So we'll sit with a mudra, just touch the first thumb to finger with your left arm. This one lies loose. And we're going to inhale as we raise the hand. And then exhale as we take a hand across onto the heart and we'll look to the left. Hand onto heart, look to the left. Wait for your natural pause. Inhale. Exhale, the Karen breath. So if there's someone who's come into your mind at the moment, someone you want to send love to, then think of them. As you inhale, exhale, hand onto heart, look to the left. Send that person some love. Get the idea, inhale. If I'm honest, I have no idea how this works, but it is very, very soothing and cathartic. The most basic explanation is it's an energy. If you're sending love, pure love, it can only benefit you first. It has to pass through you first before it comes out. Sending love to others, you cannot fail, but to spill a little bit on yourself first. But remember, it works opposite things as well. Keeping your eyes closed. 3 more in your own time. Finish the practice. Just let your body be. If you're uncomfortable, get yourself comfortable in any position, any sitting position. Keeping your eyes closed. And I'll read out the finishing quote. When you are evolving into a higher self, the road may seem lonely, but you're simply shedding the energies that no longer match the frequency of your destiny. When you are evolving into a higher self, the road may seem lonely, but you're simply shedding the energies that no longer match the frequency of your destiny. This quote is unknown. So as I said at the beginning, stay patient and trust your journey. Namaste with much love. Thank you very much.